Daddy Shark.
All right, so welcome back to I Sharded and Argent Cast. With you as always, I'm Andrew, and one of the great pulls I got from the free release was this guy right here, the Phantasmal Gigant, aka Daddy Sharks. That's what I want to talk about today, is how to use this guy. All right, so welcome back to episode 13. Basically, it's all about Daddy Shark here, right? So what does Daddy Shark do? He is an 8-cost, 5,000 point unit. He is a Phantasm, and he has Destroyer, which is super sexy, right? But here's the thing. This card costs 1 less to play for each different Phantasmal card in our discard zone. And when this guy attacks, deal X thousand to target unit or face-up tower, where X equals the number of different Phantasmal cards in our discard zone. Now, do note that is number of different, so you have to have an array of cards. It's a mechanic we've seen many times in this game. All right, so let's just go through them one by one. What are the Phantasmals that we're looking at? And do note that the Gigant counts himself, right? He is the Phantasmal Gigant, so if you have another copy of him, that counts him as well, right? Also note, this guy's not legendary. You can have multiple on them on the table. All right, so first we have Phantasmal Storm. This is Instacast, deal 2,000 to target unit. Shard Drain 1, expel the top card from your discard zone. Search your deck for a Phantasmal Storm and add it to your hand. Not bad. Next, we have Phantasmal Bolt for 2. Deal 1,000 to target unit your opponent controls, and if this destroys it, you may add a Witch unit from your discard zone to your hand. The Witch unit thing doesn't necessarily help us, but, you know, we'd definitely need other cards in our decks. And then Shard Drain 1. Expel this card from your discard zone, search your deck for a Phantasmal Bolt, and add it to your hand. That's right, so these guys actually tutor themselves. Do note, of course, that doesn't actually help the whole point of trying to get the Gigant out, because it's not different cards, but these guys replace themselves, right, for the Shard Drain. And remember, we don't need a ton out for our Gigant, because he can potentially come in at -4. Then we have from this is actually the starter set. This is actually a great card, Phantasmal Guards. Put 2 illusion tokens into play with Guardian. They can't attack. They just suck up damage. They can help you survive till you get Daddy Shark on the table. Then we have Phantasmal Army. Put into play 2 illusion unit tokens, unit 1,000, equal to the number of units your opponent controls. Whoa, now this is 4. That's expensive. But if you could potentially drop in all of those it's not uncommon that your opponent by turn 4 is going to have several units on the table, right? So you drop all those in. And then, of course, with the mechanic we've seen, Shard Drain 1, and it can fulfill itself. So we've got 4 pretty good cards here in them themselves, and then the whole point is just to get Daddy Shark on the table, right? So basically, you can't forget that blue also has that damn Akuma Juggernaut. Right? So the Juggernaut can just kind of sit out there and tank along. You're dropping Guardians into play as it is, so you're really just kind of playing a stall tactic semi-control game until you get your big guy on the table and then beat the snot out of him. It doesn't seem like a bad deal to me. So how am I going to use it? Well, with the package that we have, it's very clear that we have to have a Water Champion. There's way too many cards that we need in this combo to count on Affinity, right? Because it's way more than 8. It's not going to work. So that leads me to believe I'm a huge fan of the multicolor idea, just because it gives you the flexibility. So I think we're going to play Jamil in this, just because his ability can help us just get more cards, right? We're going to be playing units, especially if we're doing the army, especially if we're dropping the illusion tokens out. You're going to get counters on him pretty good. You're going to be able to draw more cards and fulfill your hand. So I think Jamil is definitely the way to go with this plan here. Then what I can debate, I think probably Luna is probably the better spirit, just to try to get black for a little more of just kind of the black tricks, or I should say the dark tricks. But I could also see Sola for some of the light stuff, right? Just trying to get Yuki out, that way you can put pressure on yourself. Again, Daddy Shark has Destroyer, so I think that you're going to be able to clean up pretty quick. But being able to drop a Yuki, or even defend yourself, or even do the Wrath of God board wipe, the Finishing Ray right now, I think that's got merit too. So I don't know, this is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't have a full deck list in yet, but I'd be definitely open to hearing people's suggestions. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Is this guy a flop? I realize he doesn't have immunity from spells, and being that big, that can be a problem. but he's also a 5,000 potentially at the table for 4 or 5. Right? I mean, not a bad deal. So anyway, let me know what you're thinking. And again, if you're enjoying what we're doing here, please let us know. Please let us know that Argent Saga people are out there who want supported and enjoy our channel. And if nothing else, go Commando.